Of course, is the big matchup against the Preston Lions. Calling the game, John Vithulkas. John, well, we can see that certainly not a big crowd here at Jack Edwards Reserve, which is a bit of a shame. Of course, people have stayed away for obvious reasons, which is a big disappointment, really, because both of these teams are very historic clubs, and it would have been great to have a bigger amount of people here. But let's go to the lineups now. We have Chagall in goal, Rosman, Petkovic, Dracos, Frantic, Dracos again, Diaco, Damianos, Abradovic, Waterson and Kiusis for the Oakleigh Cannons.
And of course Preston playing away with Damir Salsen in goals, Michael Miskas, Blaise Georgiowski, Chris Tolevsky, Ivan Filipovic, Michael Bosevsky, Serkan Okuz, Robert Najovsky, Lupse Koseski, Igor Koseski and Mario Ledznak is the starting lineup for the Preston team that hasn't really fared so well in this year's competition.
Well, they certainly haven't. Let's have a quick look just before we get into the action. Lost to the Knights their first round by 2-1. Then, of course, the second game was postponed against Altona. Lost to South Melbourne, that whopping big defeat, 7-1. And then drew. They bounced back against Green Gully and they drew a 0-0 draw. But then things went a bit haywire again against Richmond and they lost by 5-1. Let's have a look at how Oakleigh have done, and of course a very rocky start for them as well. They've had a lot of home games and they haven't been able to capitalise with those. And we see that they lost the first one against Heidelberg by 4-1, then lost Dandenong by 1-0, Knights 1-0, and then they bounced back a bit against Whittlesea. They won by 1-0, and then that big disappointment for them last week, John, that we called that game again against the Sunshine Georgies, losing by 1-0. So both teams certainly could have had a better start to the year 2009.
And it's Oakleigh now attacking Ross in this one more home game that they have, and nearly taking advantage there in their first organised attempt in scoring. A great through ball there for the Oakleigh Cannons, but unable to convert was Trent Watterson for Oakleigh. And Oakleigh, of course, have missed many opportunities like that one this year so far.
They certainly have. They haven't had that luck up in the forward line. And they've paid for it dearly the last few weeks. So let's see if they can bounce back. But and then on the other side, we see that the Preston Lions, their back line certainly showing big signs of disarray over the last few weeks. And of course conceding quite a few goals. And there it is.
We have a penalty here, Ross. We have a penalty.
And let's have a look at that again.
And surely there was again young Waterson that was trying to make that move towards the Preston half. I'm sure they will be able to see that again. And there it is, going past the Preston players, and he has been given the penalty. I think it was a fair decision by the referee.
Well, it certainly looked that way, and as we can see, Ricky Diaco now lining up with his number 10 shirt, and he's going to set that ball again. I think he's obviously a bit of a ritual there. So here comes Ricky Diaco. Can he put it away? And he certainly has on the bottom right. And the Preston Lions obviously not happy. Straight away conceding a goal in the early part of this first half. And let's have a look at that again. Struck very strongly indeed by Ricky.
It was a bit down there. Salsini fell in the right direction. But surely, Ross, a great start for Oakleigh here in the opening minutes of this game.
This is probably one of the best starts for them in the year 2009. So,
if you take
what a shame! What a shame! Their huge crowd normally that are here at their home crowd and their home ground aren't here to witness this this big start. So
and to celebrate. And we have a free kick again. It was the young man Kusis that was involved before with the penalty.
And here comes Billy Damianos with that. Lovely cross action there. Here it comes right in front of goal, and there it is.
The second one in just a few minutes, Ross. And let's see who the scorer is.
What a lovely cross that was! A beautifully taken header, and let's have a look again.
And it was Ricky Diaco, I believe, Ross, on that occasion, right into the heart of the Preston defence. The flick header, yes it is Diaco. And a 2-0 lead to Oakleigh in the opening 10 minutes of the game.
There you go, a 2-0 deficit straight away for Preston Lions, and boy, are they in a bit of bother at the moment. As we said, a very, very average start for them, and I am sure a lot of us expected better things, and here they come now. Let's see if they can peg one back here. A beautiful cross ball right in front of goal there, but cut out.
Appeals there for a penalty this time from the Preston few fans that have been that made their way here at Jack Edbury Reserve. Let's see if there was any impediment. I think Dracos went for the ball, even though it appeared that Georgiowski was fouled by the Oakleigh defender. But there was no contact there between the defender and the Preston striker, as the Lions now with this corner.
Here come the Lions. Corner kick, nicely taken. A shot from outside, but no problem there for Chagall.
The shot there attempted from Preston.
And as we see, it's good to see, John. We certainly started off with a handful of people, but it's great to see, if we look in the backdrop there, the stand here at Jack Edwards Reserve, we have quite a few hundreds coming into the ground now. And perhaps they've been a bit... they forgot to turn their clock, because we do have daylight savings as well, so a lot of them might show up a little bit late here. And would you believe it, they've missed 2 goals from their home side. Here comes a cross now from the Preston Lions, trying to peg back now these 2 goals that they've certainly in shock about. The first...
and we see a lot more Preston now. I mean, they've conceded those 2 goals. And of course, the logic thing is to come out of their half and start attacking towards Oakleigh. But Oakleigh with that 2-goal cushion surely can play a lot better soccer.
Definitely.
Here at Jack Edbury Reserve.
And as you can see, as I said before, John, quite a few people now making it into the ground of Jack Edwards Reserve. It's good to see.
Great
here they come, again. A lovely ball there.
And nearly a 3rd goal there for Oakleigh.
And
another dangerous
great
cross.
Defending there to put him off there. Oh, gee, that was dangerous stuff in front of goal.
Very good ball, though, from Diaco that started that move for the Oakleigh Cannons. As they're playing with a lot more confidence now. Rosman and Damianos. Oakleigh happy to keep possession at this stage. They're leading by 2 goals, but dispossessed now. Let's see if Preston can come up with something good here. Not a bad run, that one from Koseski, was a player for Preston Lions. Preston Lions, of course, Ross, with a lot of youngsters in this year's team.
They're certainly
a lot of
building
inexperience.
A new team, that's right.
Second corner of the game for the Preston Lions. All the way, and it will be a Preston Lions throw, or rather the linesman's pointing the other direction with Oakleigh. Now again in the middle of the park. They haven't really created much after those 2 initial goals, Oakleigh. They're just happy to hold on to possession.
And we can hear the thunder now. It looks like the weather might certainly change here at Jack Edwards Reserve. For those who have just joined us, you are watching Australia's grassroots football show, the Victorian Football Show, showing you the best Premier League competition in Australia.
It'll be a corner for Oakleigh now.
And what a and here comes the corner kick.
Well, a dangerous one it is, but just the referee signalling some infringement there
in the square. But what a season it has been this year so far. A very, very interesting season. We've got newcomers that have come to the competition. Thunder. Here comes now an intercept here by Billy Damianos. Again to Damianos. And can he turn the ball back? He has.
And the ball just going across the line of goals there. And Preston very lucky there to escape. As Damianos playing that ball, Ross.
And again, who was that? That was an incredible situation there. Would you believe it? They had 2 golden opportunities to put the ball away, but the scoreline still 2 goals to 0. It could have been 3.
Could have been 3 again. Billy Damianos and Diaco.
And very, very big gaps
moves
appearing now in the back line of Preston Lions.
A bit of a knock there on Damianos, and the referee right on the spot there will be